Hey guys, today I'm filming a Q&A. I said on my Instagram that I wanted to film one because I've gotten so many new followers on YouTube, Instagram, and even Twitter. And I want all of you guys that are new to my channel to kind of get to know me a little bit better. I know I've got some Q&As on my channel, but some of these questions I don't think I've answered before. So you guys asked me some questions on Instagram. If you're not following me on there, I definitely recommend doing that because that's always where I ask questions to you guys and get feedback from you guys, and that's where I'm the most active because it's the easiest to be the most active on Instagram because it requires very little to no editing. So this one is a good question. They asked, are you going back to work after your baby comes? So if you guys are new to my channel, I was a stay-at-home mom with Brody. I stopped working at 37 weeks pregnant and I stayed home for like 16 months with Brody. I honestly was just gonna be a stay-at-home mom indefinitely when Brody was born, but I want to say by like 14 months I was like super ready to get back into work, and I missed it, and I missed having some me time, and I think I'm burnt out, honestly. I give credit to so many moms on YouTube that are stay-at-home moms and to the women that can do it, but I cannot do it. I think that it's good to have a certain amount of time home with your baby, so I definitely plan on taking some time off, and I'm still deciding how much time off to take, and I think for now I will take 12 weeks. I don't know that it will be more than that. I don't know that it will be less than that. I can't really decide right now. I'm gonna wait till I get closer to delivery. But what makes me okay with taking such little time off is my husband is going to be home with the new baby. We actually pulled Brody from daycare to save money for this new baby. My husband's job has really flexible hours. It's set up in a way that he's able to be home during the days that I work. When I go back to work after I have this baby, I'm probably only gonna go back for 3 days. So it's only 3 days that he'll be home with both kids, and we'll probably have Brody back in some kind of like daycare or school setup just for those 3 days when the baby comes, so Corey will have like one-on-one time with the baby. So I'm okay with going back soon because one, my baby and my kids will be with their dad. That's why I'm comfortable with going back so early, because I'm only going back 3 days and it's not that much, but it's enough for me to have my me time. That was a really long explanation, but no, I'm not gonna be a stay-at-home mom again. I love working. I love working, and I love getting out, and I love having my me time, and I love making my own money. So there's nothing wrong with that. Someone asked if I got induced with Brody. She's due in 3 weeks but might need to be induced. Heard it's the worst. Yes, I was induced with Brody. Really long story short, I went in for my 38-week doctor's appointment with Brody, and since 34 weeks with Brody, they noticed that I had like low fluid, and they found that by accident because I went into triage when I was 34 weeks for decreased fetal movement. Everything was great. He was moving and kicking, but they did a scan just to double check on everything, and when they did the scan, they found that my fluid was on the lower side. So then from 34 weeks on, I had a scan every week to monitor his fluid. It would go up and down. But on my 38-week doctor's appointment, I had an ultrasound, and they said that he had almost no fluid. I think normal range is 12 to 24 centimeters of fluid, and Brody had like 4.6, and anything under 5 centimeters, they deliver you because it can be dangerous to the baby. It can cause like cord prolapse, which can cause stillbirth. So they were really, really concerned. I was induced, but also right before my induction that day, they did a membrane sweep, and I was already like a 2 to 3 centimeter dilated, and I was like 70% effaced. So they said that that was really great for my body doing that on its own, and that my induction would probably go smoother because my body was showing signs of already being ready to have my baby. But my induction still took a long time from start to finish. To the point where Brody was born, it was 22 hours. I was able to have a vaginal birth. I didn't have any complications. I would 100% be induced again if I had to be, but I would like to not be because I would prefer to go into labor on my own. I feel like it's just better that way. But it's really not that bad. If your body's ready for it, it's not that bad, but I have heard it can go either way, so I don't want to like promise that it will be good, but I have a positive induction experience. Someone said that she's 8 weeks pregnant and that her daughter is 18 months. Am I nervous how my first will be? I think about this all the time. I actually cried this morning thinking about it. So Brody will be 2 years and 7 months old when this baby comes. And I'm nervous for so many things. I'm nervous for how the transition will be going from 1 to 2 kids. I'm nervous for how Brody will act. I hope that he won't feel jealous. I don't want him to feel left out. I'm nervous for having 2 kids. I'm so used to having 1 child because that's all I know, raising 1 child. So I'm nervous for how everything is gonna change. I've seen some people say that like going from 0 to 1 child is really hard and that the transition from 1 to 2 is like nothing and it's so easy. And then I've seen people say like going from 1 to 2 is like crazy. So I have no idea. Someone asked if Corey and I fight a lot and they said, love you. Love you too. No, yes and no. I feel like we argue, but I feel like all married couples argue. I kind of talked about this a little bit in one of my recent Q&As about marriage and how you actually have to work on it. It's not something that comes easy. I mean, if it does for some people, that's great, but you're spending the rest of your life with someone. You're gonna argue. It's like, I mean, it's inevitable. You're gonna get under each other's skin. You're gonna hate the way they breathe like 5 years in when they do something weird, and that's normal. But also Corey and I are very similar, so I feel like we butt heads a lot, but we're also very different. I like to joke that because he's on the cusp of Capricorn and Sagittarius zodiac sign, and I'm a Libra, and Sagittarius is like my #1 love match, but Capricorn is like my worst match. So whenever we fight, I say, you're being such a Capricorn right now. And he hates that because he hates zodiac signs. Definitely more so when I'm pregnant. Corey hates me when I'm pregnant because I'm so hormonal. I'm so like, my emotions change at like the drop of a hat. I'm like happy, and then I'm sad, and then I'm pissed off. Someone asked if Corey was my first love, and yes, he was. I thought I had like puppy love when I was in high school. You know, everybody thinks that their first boyfriend is like the one. And I thought that before I met Corey, but after meeting Corey and falling in love with Corey, I know in my heart that like he's my first love, and I believe that I am his. So it's a very good feeling. Someone asked if we have any boy or girl names picked out yet for the new baby. Yes, we do. We're not sharing them yet. I'm not gonna like make you guys wait till the baby's born to share them. Our names don't have like tons of meaning. We don't really do that with names. We just like pick ones that we like, but one of my names has a lot of meaning for a certain reason. So I would like to do a name reveal. Plus I never did any of this with Brody, just because I didn't think to do it. So I'd love to do it to like have that memory for this baby. I will announce it probably shortly after we find out the gender or the sex of our baby, which will be in like 3 weeks. So it'll be soon, and I can't wait to like call this baby by their name, because we have a boy name and a girl name and we're 100% on them. So we kind of like go back and forth with calling the baby their name already. Someone said, how do I stay so positive after having so many miscarriages? I'm in awe of your outlook. It's so hard. Thank you. I don't really know, honestly. I feel like, so that this might sound bad, but I feel like when you've gone through so many miscarriages, you kind of become numb to it. I've had other women say the same thing to me. You just get numb, like you deal with them so much. Like I have, I've already told Corey that like if I have another miscarriage, I will be okay. It will be hard, but I will get through it because I've done it before and I've been through it before and I know how to handle it. It's a little bit harder after you've had, you know, a living baby, because then you really see what you're missing out on. You always know what you're missing out on, but then when you actually like raise a child and you birth a child, you see all of those experiences firsthand of what you lost when you lost that baby. Definitely, like if I miscarry this time, I will be devastated because I'm already like way too emotionally invested. I don't know why I'm so excited, which is bad because I should be, but with my last pregnancy that I miscarried, I didn't get attached. I was like super numb, but I also think it's because I was not ready and I was just kind of like not dealing with it. But now I'm ready, and I'm really excited, and I really hope that everything continues to go well, because I will definitely be heartbroken. I just tell myself like I've had this many and that's my life and I can't change it, so I might as well make something good out of it, which is telling other people how I've dealt with it and hopefully helping other people going through it. And then my faith, like that's the other thing, that's the biggest thing, is if that's what you believe in and if you believe in God, I just give it all to him. I tell him all of my fears, all of my worries, my frustrations, and I pray about it. I pray about my pregnancy every day, and I feel like I get a lot of my strength from that. And if you're not the type of person that believes in God or anything, and you can't really put your faith in something, I don't know how to explain it to you to feel that way. If you are, then I would just suggest doing that, because that's really the only thing that you can do. Because I mean, this is how I feel. It comes down to this, which is the bottom line. There is nothing you can do to prevent a miscarriage. You can't blame yourself. You can't prevent it. You can't stop it from happening. So you just need to be positive and be happy. And every day I tell myself positive affirmations, which sounds so lame, but I say, today I am pregnant, today I'm happy. And it's just another day that I spend with my baby. And that's why I announced my pregnancy so early this time, was because I was tired of hiding something that I should be happy and joyous about. And not saying that like women should all do this, because not everybody's gonna be comfortable with it, but I am, so I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna like be afraid to be happy. I might as well be happy because I am, and let everybody else know how happy I am, and have faith that it will work out. And that's how I deal with all of my miscarriages and my outlook. Someone asks what my other job outside of YouTube and being a mom is, and what's my husband's job. Corey has a lot of credentials with like different things. He's a certified personal trainer. He went to college for line work, so he is a lineman, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's not a linebacker. He doesn't do football, but he works on power lines. And he's taking a break from that. Right now he's just working in construction, and he's doing that because the job that he has is really flexible, and he's going back to school to finish his degree in I think it's called construction management, his bachelor's. He already has his AA, so he's only 2 years away from getting his bachelor's. And once he does that, he wants to do something along the lines of like project management. Mine is, I've been a licensed esthetician for, gosh, like 5 years now, maybe 6. I've been an esthetician for a long time. For a long time I did full body waxing, like speed waxing. And now I work at a really tiny like mom and pop lash studio, and I specialize in volume lash extensions and brows. So I am like a brow guru and a lash wizard, and I love it so much. I know the beauty industry can be frowned upon sometimes. Not everybody loves it. It's a really hard industry to work in. It's very competitive, and a lot of times you don't get benefits and you don't get good hours. You have to work weekends and holidays, but I really feel like I've hit the jackpot. I love my job so much. I work for one person. I have sick time and vacation. I don't have to work weekends. I don't have to work most holidays. It's like if you work in the beauty industry and you just heard what I said, it's like hearing the gates of heaven open up. It's just amazing. And I love my job. I love what I do. It's a great creative outlet. I get to do what I love, and I get to make other people feel beautiful, which that's why I've always loved the beauty industry. Someone asked, does pineapple belong on pizza? Please don't disappoint with your answer. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. I am so sorry. I'm Italian and I'm offended by people that put pineapple on their pizza. Will you tell Brody and this baby about their sister Blair? Of course. We tell Brody about Blair all the time already. We have Blair's urn, which is a teddy bear. Her ashes are inside of it. And we used to be really protective over it. Like it would sit really high up on a shelf. We wouldn't touch it. But now we just kind of bring her all around the house, which might sound bad, but like she's in this room with me right now, sitting on the floor. She'll be in Brody's room for a couple of nights. She'll be in our room. We're very like laid back with her now, and we give it to Brody and we tell him that's his sissy. We ask him to give her a hug. We tell him that he has a sister all the time in heaven. He's obviously too young to comprehend that, but we're just gonna continue talking about her that way. We've talked about her that way since he was born, and he's just gonna grow up knowing that he has a sister in heaven, and this baby will grow up knowing that. What's the biggest change you noticed in your body after giving birth? So much. I did get stretch marks, they did fade, but my stretch marks showed up after birth. I was very shocked. I remember when Brody came out, I was very surprised that my stomach just went flat. Like I was laying down, I was like, whoa, it's like flat. That was really weird to me. My butt got so flat, you guys, and it worked. I had to work so hard to make it big again, and now it's like flat again. And it's just that probably, like pregnancy, I lost all my muscle tone, like that I didn't even have that much to begin with, but I think that's probably the biggest change. Someone asked how many miscarriages did I have before I found out I was pregnant with Blair. I had one. It was a miscarriage at 8.5 weeks. I went in for my first scan. I was supposed to be 8.5 weeks, and the baby measured like 5 weeks and 6 days, and I was like sure of when my last period was, and then I miscarried like the exact like night that I had that scanned. That was my first pregnancy ever. And then I think that was like March 2015. And then I got pregnant with Blair in May of 2015, like the very end of May, and I found out like the middle of June that I was pregnant with her. This one says, are you hoping for another boy or a girl? I'll be honest, I just want a healthy baby. I want my baby to be healthy. I want my baby to be alive. So I really truly don't care. I would love for Brody to have a brother. I think him growing up with a brother close in age, you know, 2.5 years apart, would be such an incredible thing. Honestly, I kind of only want 2 kids, so I think I would be done after this one regardless if it was a boy or a girl. So I'm a little torn because I would love to experience having a girl. I really would love to have a girl just for that mother-daughter bond that I have with my mom, and of course like the bows and the floral prints, everything. Like, I would love to have a girl, but I would also love to have a boy. I want a girl for selfish reasons, but I want a boy for Brody. So I want both. I was kind of like shocked that it wasn't twins and a little bit disappointed because I was hoping for like boy-girl twins, but it's just one in there, and I just want a healthy baby. Someone asked, did I get bad morning sickness with my son? How's my pregnancy different now? No, with Brody I felt amazing. I ate everything in sight. I said it was like a unicorn pregnancy. I didn't gain a ton of weight until the very end. Then I gained a lot, but I ate whatever I wanted. I felt great. I threw up like one time and that was it. And it was because I ate bad food. It wasn't even because I was nauseous. I had a perfect pregnancy with Brody. And this time, oh, my skin was good. My hair was good. This time I'm sick. I'm nauseous. My skin is so bad. I have acne all the way down my neck and like my ears, all over my face. Nauseous, throwing up, like, it's so bad. This is like, I actually feel pregnant this time. I feel pregnant, like my boobs hurt so bad, like I just feel it. So it's very different. So I kind of am thinking it's a girl for that reason alone, but I know that can't really judge anything. Okay, those are all the questions I'm going to answer. This video is probably really long. Thank you guys so much for asking the questions and for following me and just following our journey. It means the world to me to have so much support from so many people, you know, that are rooting for us and praying for us. We love it so much. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the bell for post notifications for whenever I post a new video so you guys don't miss out on any of our updates. I'm going to be doing a first trimester pregnancy like recap very soon, and then I'll do like bi-weekly bump dates. That's how I did it with Brody. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video.